Why are banks imposing new fees on customers, and what can consumers do about it? Joining us for this week's Smith Business Close-Up is Cliff Rossi, executive in residence at the Robert H. Smith School of Business and a former executive at Citigroup. Cliff, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
So what's with all the fee increases?
Well, it's really kind of an outgrowth of something that happened earlier this summer with the Durbin Amendment and the Federal Reserve's implementation of the final rule associated with this around debit interchange, a very arcane topic, but what it means is that it was a trade-off between fees that the retailers were actually giving to issuers, and now what's happened is that it's boomeranged back around, so that what we're finding is that companies like Bank of America, for example, are just now announcing that they're going to increase the fees, the use fees for monthly use fees for debit cards.
So the card companies used to make a certain amount of money on each transaction, and that was cut, basically.
That's right. It used to be on order of 44 cents per transaction, and the Fed's final rule came down to 21 cents. It totals to about $30 billion in lost revenues, and so effectively what's happening is that the banks have to make it up somewhere else.
So not a surprise, though, that consumers aren't thrilled with the idea. What could they do? What should they do about it?
Well, they're limited. One of the things that they could do certainly is to shop around, and local credit unions these days actually offer a lot of attractive alternatives to large box, I'll say, big banks. And also, again, they could, although this is a little bit more inefficient, they could use checks, they could take cash in, but I think effectively what they probably will most likely need to do is to use their credit card and to just try to make sure that they pay that off at the end of each month.
Without getting too deep into this, credit cards are different from debit cards in terms of the hidden fees that consumers don't really see.
That's correct. We're talking about interest, late payment fees, that sort of thing. The annual fees that sometimes are charged ahead of time each time you sign up for a credit card. So the customers really need to be careful that they don't find themselves, if they do use the credit card in lieu of a debit card, that they find that they pay that at the end of each month.
Well, what's going on overall in the banking sector? Obviously, the new fees are generating some negative publicity. Are the banks that squeezed that they had to put the fees in and take the reputational hit that they're taking?
I think that's exactly right. You're seeing them do things that are very extraordinary during this period, in the sense that they're taking the trade-off, right, of they have compression in their profitability right now. Their trading profits are very low. Their investment book profits are very low. You've been seeing that in some of the recent announced earnings for some of the larger banks. And this is just another slice of that, and they're having to make it up somewhere else. And this is one of the ways that they're doing it, as well as Citigroup announced that they were going to raise checking account fees. So those are some of the things that you'll be seeing, consumers will certainly be seeing over the coming months.
All right, Cliff Rossi joining us from the Robert H. Smith School of Business. Cliff, thanks very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.